Dolls for about 7 or 8 years, as long as we've been around. Oh, I love the hitting, I love the family, and I love just a sport that I can be good at from starting from nowhere. A good hit is something that you know you can do to somebody else, but you're not doing to hurt them. You get the hit right on the part of the body that's going to throw their center of balance or gravity off so that you can knock them in the direction that you want them to go while they're trying to, maybe get strategic advantage over you. And a good hit is one that you can feel too. So even when somebody else hits me, if it's a good hit and I feel it throughout my body and I know it's going to hurt tomorrow, but it didn't break any of my bones, that's a good hit. The girls, hit each other so hard on the track, but then afterwards hug each other just as hard, and you can see the sense of community and family.
I'm SPLATTER Alice. I skate for the Unholy Rollers and the Rollin Dolls.
I'm Charlie Hustle. I play for the Veterans Dolls and the Rollin Dolls.
We play everything.
Everything, all the above. Blocker, pivot, jammer.
The jammer's a skater that scores the points. You put a panty on your head, it's got stars on it, and that's the person you want to watch. Skates around the track and through the pack and gets a point for every blocker that she passes. And the jammer if the jammer stops.
Sneaks through the outside and comes through the reservoir now in front of the backer. Points for the Unholy Rollers.
So the jam starts with one whistle, and then the pack takes off past the pivot line. And once they pass all together, then it releases the jammers. And the jammers skate as fast and as agile as they can through the pack. They get lead jam the first time around, and then the second time and every subsequent time after that first pass, that's when they start scoring points.
So as the blockers, you've got 4 blockers from each team, the offensive and the defensive blockers. And what you're doing is, if your jammer's coming through the pack, you want to make holes. So it's very similar to the running back and football. You just want to pop people out of your way, block them out of your way. Then the other jammer comes along, your opposing jammer, and you want to be a wall, a nice tight solid wall where you're not allowing them to get past you, which is the point that they can score.
And since there's 2 jammers on the track who are sort of competing to get through the pack, sometimes that transition between stopping the opposing blocker and getting your blocker out has to happen lightning fast.
Or at the same time.
Or at the same time, which then it gets just complete and utter chaos. So,
but at the same time, wow, what a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Hello Sailor, number 847. I play for the Rollin Dolls. I'm on the Unholy Rollers for my home team, and I play for Team Unicorn and the Rollin Dolls for traveling. we're one of the only sports that you play offense and defense at the same time. So blockers are trying to stop the jammers of the other team, but at the same time trying to clear the way for their own jammer. So they have to make a split decision all the time. Am I helping my jammer or am I stopping the other team's jammer? And it's almost instantaneous, the transition between one and the other. But we do have rules. We don't brawl as back in the day. Rules are, you know, you have to block legally. So you can't hit with your elbows, your forearms, your head, you know, you can't do any kind of crazy clotheslines. That's actually a multi-player block. Can't trip anybody. It's all about your shoulders, your torso, and your hips. So we do a lot of core work. Oh my gosh, the strategy that goes into roller derby is so complicated sometimes, but what's really cool is that if you're just a fan watching the game, you might not see the strategy, but you can for sure tell the points and how far they get past the other opposing blockers. But again, like when to call it, when to get into defense, when to get into offense. It's as much a mental game as being quick on your feet and being, you know, hard on your hips.
I like to watch a score. The score is higher than mine. It's all in her beautiful thumbs. I'd like to take her to worldwide. My princess is in this castle. I'm glad that I don't need to do another level. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B8, so let's start. That's the key to her heart. Now I know that I don't need to go to another castle.
I'm ROXIE MOXIE. I play for the Quad Squad. This is my second year. I am co-captains with Little Misbehaving and Hazen Contus. The positions I play for Quad Squad are I'm a pivot, a jammer, and also a blocker. A pivot is to be the loud person on the track. It's their job to control their pack, tell them what to do, and work as a team together. I really like the atmosphere. Everyone's very welcoming. It's a very strong group of people. Everyone's got personalities that mix well with everyone. It's just a really good opportunity to meet new people and just be yourself.
I need to step back, relax, breathe a lot enough, and now hear that news. Please, I got something more than something. Well, then I never wanted, yeah. Maybe then I'll know how it really feels to be able to come home. I need to go. I need to go. Need to breathe the void. I breathe nothing. Oh, take me where the wind blows. I need to step back, relax, breathe a lot enough, and now here at least. Please, I got something more than something. But then I never wanted, yeah. Maybe then I'll know how it really feels for you to go home. I need to go. I need to go. Need to drain out all the poison I've drunk. Oh, take me where the water doesn't go. I need to step back, relax, breathe a lot enough, and now here at least. Please, I got something more than something. Oh, damn, I never wanted, yeah. Maybe then I'll know how it really feels to be on a
Hi, this is the fabulous Jean Lane of the Reservoir Dolls.
And this is Busta Rhymes, also of the Reservoir Dolls.
It's my third season, and I like to block. Yep, for me, this is year number 5, and I've always been a blocker. That's all I want to do. I want to hit people. Hitting doesn't start like with the hit. It starts like you're on the track. The whistle blows, but before the whistle blows, you are eyeing up that camera. Camera is tasty meat.
Yes.
Tasty meat. So you look her up and down. you let her know. You let her look you in the eyes. You let her say, uh-oh. Like, yeah. Like, damn! And you let her know that you're her meat, okay? And then the whistle blows. And then you set up. You set up for the sweetest thing. And you're going to tell that jammer where to go. She thinks she has that line, but no. Jean and I know where we're going. Jean and I know that we are going to put her in that line, and then we're going to take her out.
Yeah, you let her think that there's that little gap. You just kind of stay away from it just a little bit, and then she's like, I got this.
You're
She
like,
starts
no,
going,
you don't.
and then here comes Busta flying across the track.
And it's a 1-2 punch. It's not. It's a Busta Jean combo.
Yeah.
So it's like a pow, 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 and then we switch positions, and it happens all over again.
Yes.
Pow, pow, pow. It's a teamwork thing. It's not like a solo show. It's like the sweetness of being able to hold someone back and stopping her.
I think one of the most satisfying feelings is when you really connect with your back and her chest, and you kind of feel her chest give a little bit, and you hear this, oh. I mean, what other sport can you be in where if you lay someone out, they will stand up laughing? I know that you respect that because you would only do that to someone you respect.
Yeah, I think some people think like, if you like to hit that you're a mean person or you're vindictive or something. No. That means I respect you. If I'm going to hit you, that means I respect you enough to hit you.
Get out! Get out! Drawn in by ghouls and led into the dark. Promised life eternal, but guided it too far. Losing, nowhere to run. Holding on for something, but unsure as to what. Get out! There's nothing for you in there. Get out! Your days are living in fear. Temptations abound at each and every turn, and markers are uncovered up with time. Losing footing, nowhere to run. Holding out for something, but unsure as to what. Get out! The corners, nothing for you in there. Get out! The corners, you're living in fear. And we will never compromise as long as we see it through these bloodshot
I am Twisted Halo. I play for the Unholy Rollers and the Rollin Dolls. I have been skating for 3 years, and I currently play the position of jammer and blocker. Blocker is really intense because you're hitting all the time and trying to protect your groups and staying together, and jamming is intense because you're always looking for that hole and trying to squeak through and not get taken out in the process. Playing blocker and going for a big hit, it's always so exciting. There's like a wind up that when you're there and you see the jammer coming and you know there's a sweet spot when you're going to get the creamer to the outside. And I think in the process in slow motion your brain's saying, please don't screw up. So you get that solid hit right on her hips and send her out of bounds. My favorite thing about roller derby is that it's intense, it's athletic, and it's about the only time where you can actually beat up on your best friends, and it's loud and it's fun.
Insert any old adjective anywhere. It doesn't matter because still 5 free dicks are on fall. It's easy cause we're just slugs, let me crawl. Your bag's like a lucky snake deep under creepy eyes. We got the H-Bomb. H-Bomb! Shooting at the H-Bomb! Horse got the H-Bomb! The Hindus got the H-Bomb! We don't got the H-Bomb!
Hi, I'm Octopussy. I've been with Mad Rollin Dolls since 2006. I used to be a vaudeville vixen, and for the past 2 seasons, I've been a home season announcer. I like fast, skating, hard-hitting roller derby. I think there's nothing more exciting than fast derby, and the faster you are, the bigger the hits turn out to be. If you hit them in the right place on the track, you can lay somebody out every time. I think for me, as a blocker, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of different ways to go for the hit. Some people just use the hips, some people use shoulders. I was somebody who really liked to try and hit with both places at the same time. As a blocker, I'm also a vocal blocker. You would always hear me get a huh. That's just the way I like to get it out, push it out a little further. If you don't want to get hit, you got to learn how to get low and stay low. The lower you are, the bigger hit you can deliver too.
A blocker gets to hit, and a blocker gets to control the speed of the pack, and the blocker gets to get a beat on the jammer and knock her down sometimes.
I feel like the blocker is the most aggressive part of the whole jam.
Yep.
And they also are the most active people of the jam, because the jammers get to be by themselves for a while until the action happens within the pack. But blockers are always active within the pack.
Always. What's your favorite?
Oh, you know, the sheriff is always one of my favorites. You come in nice and low, and when you swing up, you pop them right in the chest, and they go flying on her.
There's no defense against the sheriff.
No.
You get hit in the chest, you are just out.
Yeah.
Any hit that knocks somebody down is my favorite hit. Yes. If it's a sheriff or a hip check, it doesn't matter. If they're on the ground, it was a great hit.
There's also the nice, the hip swipe.
Yeah.
So you go in low with your hips, and you just take them out right at the thighs.
Yep. Your body mechanics, after doing it a while, your body just kind of falls into it. Like, take a look at Alligator on the quad squad team. She can block anyone from anywhere on the track. She gets low, and she uses her leg muscles to go back and forth. Little misbehaving on her team, she gets their butt right in their gut and in their legs and just fist blocks them. And that's another really good block to know in roller derby.
There's a hip bump, which is where you swing your hips in, the shoulder hits, or what they're calling now the full body hit, which is where you connect your shoulder, your ribs, and your hip, which is the most solid because you completely connect with the girl and there's no way for her to get out of it if you can hit her that way.
It was last year against Stink on the Resdall team. She did, I believe, a sheriff on me, and she just knocked me flat on the ground. It took me a while to get back up.
My first memorable hit, the first time I ever jammed, I played against Rockford, and the girls from their team warned me not to skate out behind this girl because she throws a sheriff, so it's when you throw your shoulder back into something really hard. And being a rookie, I skated right into her back, and she sheriffed me so hard that she actually picked me up off my skates and threw me backwards. And it was the first time I actually ever heard the crowd cheer for me, except for I was the one on my bum.
The sheriff hit, very famous throughout the derby community. It started with Sheriff Shut Your Pie Hole out of the Tucson Twin Series Terrors, and they had a team, a home team. Their theme was basically they were the chain gang. So they came out in the prison orange jumpsuits, and then the captain of the team came out in their striped jumpsuits, and her hits were the newest hits on the block. They came in so hard and so tight, they come through slow and pop with the shoulder, and that would just blow everyone onto their tush, and everyone ever since then has been trying to perfect the sheriff hit.
The whip is when you're able to use another skater's momentum to your advantage. So as a blocker, you can give a whip by turning around and offering a hand, and then when you're skating, you actually pull them forward and you stop skating and they take all your momentum and get going like twice as fast, they can also take a hip whip, which means that they can actually grab your hips and pull themselves forward. Again, stealing your momentum and adding a lot of speed to their process. It's specifically usually to your jammer, and it's to help her get the last couple inches that she needs to beat that front blocker. And a lot of times you can do a whip in combination with a sit block, so you can actually be sit blocking somebody behind you and offer a whip, so you're sealing somebody and getting the momentum to your jammer all at once to get around the track.
My name is GORRAM REAVER. I am a referee. I am affiliated with the Rollin Dolls in Madison, Wisconsin. What we do is we evaluate each action that we see and determine the legality of that action based on the elements of contact that we see. I don't look at it as me versus the skaters. I look at it as me versus the rules. So it's totally a brain game for me to find all the different ways the action is applied to the rules, the way the rules are applied to the action that's going on the track, and then making sure that my knowledge is stacking up to what it's supposed to keep the gameplay safe and fair. One of the fun things about reffing also is being right there, you're right there trackside, and seeing someone lay on a really awesome hit, and just being able to totally appreciate the skill and technique that it took to execute that hit. I'm really very proud to be a member of one of the first 5 flat track leagues to form in the world. I am very honored to be working with a really good officiating crew. We have, for many years, insisted on consistently good performance and execution from our officiating crew, because we feel that every game is the most important game in the world, at least to the people who are out there playing it right then and there. And there's no reason for us to give people anything less just because it's not a tournament or not a sanctioned game.
It's a way that you can experience full contact sports that's not in the traditional sense.
Yeah, there's nothing else like this out here for women to do.
There's not.
And the best part is that we get to be athletes. We get to get out there and be super active out there. And we sweat. We make it a workout. But then afterwards, we just have a lot of fun. And then we also benefit a lot of charities in the community. So it's this three-pronged thing that women get to do that I don't think anything else.
I can't think of another sport where you get to have the kind of fun that we do. On the track where you're playing against the player. Off the track when you are either after a bout out drinking together or hanging out together and celebrating everything great that you did on the track. Or you're at a community event where you get to meet new people, talk about roller derby, bring new fans in, and sort of build everything from the ground up. And it's sort of a grassroots kind of thing where the people that come to our bouts come because they're kind of our friends.
Right, and we're bringing in basically the next generation of skaters, and that's the best part of bringing in the community around us. Because we know that they're going to be doing this next year just like we are right now.
I think my favorite thing about roller derby, like, I don't want to be Pollyannish, but it's definitely the people. I mean, I love the sport, I love skating, I love the hitting, but, you know, you do it for someone, you do it for your team, you do it for this one goal that your whole team works for, and that's what I dig the most.
I'm a chronic derby lover. I've been really proud to be a part of derby history since the flat track movement started. I want to keep participating in it even when I'm no longer skating, and I hope to have a future with announcing with Rollin Dolls for a long time.
I would recommend coming to see roller derby because it's probably the only sport that I can think of where women of all sizes and shapes, all socioeconomic backgrounds come together to play. And we're like a big family. And not only are we a big family, but we're really intense, and we take it really hard to each other to like bring the best to the track every game.
Expect some strong women and some hard-hitting action and a lot of fun and a lot of flair.
Yeah.
And
Probably the most
skaters,
like the fans are fantastic.
They come out in costumes.
They have posters. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Probably the most unique group of people both on and off the track that you're going to find in Madison.
Yeah.
At least for my experience.
And then after the bout, you can go party with all of us.
And we all have fun. Yeah. Dance party.
Yeah.
The athleticism that it takes, I feel like we train at such a level when we get out there. We kind of make it look easy, but really you're in a mosh pit on 8 wheels.
I think the biggest thing is that everybody should experience roller derby and take a hit at some time in their life because it makes you a stronger person.
Veterans,